In this video, we are going to be analysing Adobe, ticker ADBE. So to get straight into it, firstly, do note we are down around 13.5% as we're recording this video, which is quite crazy considering that a few news things have happened today. So Citi has increased their price target on Adobe from $380 to $388. So obviously a price target increase. So relatively good news. Then they have discussed an all-stock buyout on Figma, and again I think this is more than likely confirmed. So I imagine this is maybe what shareholders aren't all that happy about, but that is going to be a $20 billion all-stock buyout. And then they did also have their earnings again, which weren't, terrible. They were pretty good considering they beat estimates by 2.1%. And revenue was up from the same time last year, especially considering they would be, you would think, struggling more now than they would before, because if people have less disposable income, they're not going to be wasting it on something like Adobe Premiere or Adobe Photoshop if they don't need it, or if it's not being paid for by the company they work for. So that is quite interesting news that their revenues are increasing and that the stock's also falling on this news. But either way, we will go through the support and resistance levels now to give you insight on where we expect this stock to start moving. So really, we would expect this stock to continue falling down to at least $308. And the reason for this is once we've already started the momentum, more than likely you continue to that standard deviation level. The statistical probability tells us that it will come down to $308. So yes, do expect a continuation down to that level. But from there, we could definitely start seeing a bounce. But if it does continue lower, what are going to be even more support levels? And we would be looking at $257, $230, $205, and then final levels taking us to $150, $135, and a final level at $33. So obviously a lot of these levels are very far off. So the key focus now is, can we kind of hold this at $308 to $300 level? If not, this stock could be in a bit of a free fall and we could see it pushing down to around $257. But really, it would be quite discounted, and if you're looking at it at least on an investment perspective, could be a good time to maybe start buying it up. Even down at this kind of 310, it seems to be very good. It's fallen from $700, putting back to its first deviation on the 6-month chart. And considering it's falling off on relatively good news, could be a good buy opportunity. But now, if you are more bullish on the stock and you want to start seeing what are going to be key resistance levels, as of right now, our closest resistance level is at $330, which is, or $333, which is our first statistical mean on the 1-year chart. If though we are able to break that, we have our next resistance at $360. Pushing past there would take us to $410, $435, $462. $515, $535, and really final levels at $635 and $735. Obviously, a lot of these are very far off, and so really the key focus will be, more than likely, we are going to continue down to at least $308. Once we come in this level, we could start seeing a bounce, and as a minimum, we would expect a push to $330. Then really from there, if you are more bullish on the stock, you want to see a break above this level, come back to retest it, and then you can expect a push to $360 in time. Otherwise, if you are more bearish on the stock, you would want to see a break below this $308, come back to retest it, and again, you're going to have some hesitation around this $300, so it could be safer to wait for the break of that as well. Come back to retest at $300, and then we could be looking in a bit of a free fall down to around $255. Now, one thing to note, and I did just want to point out, is I don't hold any shares, I don't hold any money in Adobe, so this analysis isn't biased in any way. These are just the resistance and support levels I would be looking at if I was to be trading it. So knowing that, whether you are short or long bias on Adobe, these are the levels that we would be paying attention to. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe, and check out this analysis video here.